Okay, guys, let's roll. Beautiful sunny day in Wales today. No chemtrails. They're not trying to kill us. What's with the image on the back, you're asking? That's not what I promised you last night, is it? Didn't I promise you this? I think I did promise you this. Yeah, that's the one I showed you last night over on our community posts, wasn't it? Yeah. Alice looking down a rabbit hole. Warning, dangerous ideas, no way back. Enter at your own risk, truth ahead. Where was it going? Well, it's supposed to have led you here. This is where it was supposed to have gone, guys. That's where that image would have led you to. Andrew Bridgen. Oh, what went wrong? Why didn't we go down the rabbit hole? Oh, well, I'll tell you why, guys, now. I was thinking about Advance UK and their activists, and I was wondering, no, I wasn't wondering, I was hoping, I'm hoping that they're going to be as brave as the BNP activists I stood with all those years ago, and the National Front activists I stood with even further back in time. Those were special people, very much maligned people. And I thought, no, you know what? The first video I'm going to do today will be, if you like, a tribute to those people. I'm not ashamed of being British National Party or National Front. I'm really, really proud of it. Yeah, I wear this hat now. Back in the day, they'd be outside with pitchforks, but times have changed. I think people have realised that we were not the monsters we were portrayed to be. In fact, the BNP and the National Front were the best of the British people, and still are, in my opinion. I would trust a BNP member with my life and with my children's lives. Yeah. Let's have a little look at this video. This was the red, white and blue in 2009. I was there somewhere in that crowd.
That lady's now a member of the British National Party. Put your hand in the air. She's over here.
Those people look like monsters to you? No, they were patriots. Proud to be with them. Yeah. Oh, a year later, I'd be doing watching this.
Move back!
Of course, 2008, I wasn't at this one. Oh wait, was I? Yeah, I remember the security guards. Yeah. UAF pussies. We tangled with them later in the fields over towards the east. I got a good image of me stamping over one of their banners. Yeah. It's kind of a walk down memory lane, isn't it? When I wasn't at one of those events or stuff like that, I was writing articles for our website. I was a fanatic then. Fanatic, yeah. I would have died for the BNP. I would have died for Nick Griffin. fanatics are like that. They can be dangerous people. Yeah, but I was writing articles like this one, where I'm having a go at David Blunkett. I'll just read some of this out. This is about Rupert Murdoch and the Sun. One of his lickspittles, Gerard Tubbs, has created a work of fiction here by reporting that British National Party members have been accused of being ashamed of themselves by not revealing their membership or support for the British National Party when writing letters of protest. Yeah, we'd organise letter campaigns, stuff like that. Tubbs then rushes off and bumps into the former wannabe serial father, David, okay, that's not my baby, that one is, Blunkett, and manages to get this pathetic quote from the snivelling worm who shamed the eye officers he once held. David Blunkett, I think, was Home Secretary. He was partially blind. He had a guide dog, a revolting man. Lot of stories about him and women and children in which he would claim, no, there was one that he claimed that was his child, and he said, that's my baby, and it turned out that it wasn't. And he said afterwards, he said, well, that one isn't, and then pointed to another one, but that one's my baby. It was really funny at the time. Anyhow, David Blunkett hated me. I wrote a lot of articles about him. It's not surprising that decent people are ashamed of the BNP when the BNP have demonstrated very clearly by this that they are ashamed of themselves. I've responded by writing, hell, what a jerk. If I was his dog, I would drag him into the sea and watch him drown. That's what that alludes to at the top. What have you done with David, Sadie? I think that was the name of his dog. Oh, good dog. Where I said that I would drag him into the sea and watch him drown. The true reasons why the British National Party members do not disclose that they are supporters is twofold. You cannot trust the press to not pass on your details to the claw-hammer gang of the UAF. I think I posted an image of one of our members who was attacked with a claw-hammer. It was their weapon of choice. This is why I say I hope that the Advance UK activists are as brave as the activists of my day. If they are their sons, they will be. The press will really display a comment or email if the writer declares themselves to support the BNP. True, there was a big block on it. No Parmesan. That's what they used to shout at their marches. No pasan or whatever from the Spanish Civil War. They shall not pass. But of course, as in Spain, they did pass, and the BNP did pass. But we would always change it to no Parmesan cheese. So come on, Tubbs, shape up for God's sake, and if not for God's sake, then your job's sake, because to be honest, you are shite at it, and this is the worst attempt at a smear I've ever seen. Reference Blunkett in another one of those rubber ministers that always bounce back. He originally resigned as Home Secretary after fixing it for a former lover's nanny to stay in the country. She was an illegal migrant. 5 months later, the blind parasite was back in the cabinet, only have to resign for a second time because of his dodgy dealings with a Jewish charity. Always seem to be in there somewhere, don't they? Roll on floor laughing. I just read something in the link that made me laugh. Can't remember what that was. But here is David Blunkett on his Wikipedia. If we come down here to the bottom, if you're not interested in the history of the BNP, guys, feel free to move on. This is more for me. Early life, yeah. Let's have a look at some of his controversies. Sheffield parliamentary career, party spokesman. Right. At the start, proposals to education. Blunkett resigned as Home Secretary amidst allegations that he helped fast-track the renewal of a work permit for his ex-lover's nanny. Surprising how many lovers old David had. Then again, he never knew what they looked like, so I suppose he'd go out with anything. Blunkett thanked the Jewish community in 2005 for its extraordinary support when things got difficult and said that I won't let you down. Born a Methodist, his son was Kimberley, attended a Jewish nursery, honorary doctorate by IFA University. He is and was a member of Labour Friends of Israel. Why have Israel got so many friends? I don't know. Money talks, I suppose. 2010, I was making my own speeches at the RWB. By now, my identity as the Green Arrow had been revealed, and might have been a mistake, because what followed after the revelation of my true identity was horrendous for my family. Couldn't see my grandchildren. Threats from the UAF, phone calls, the got hold of the members list, threatened to chop my head off, threatened to burn me alive and my family alive, doxed my mother. Yeah, they were fun times. If any of you guys who did that to me are out there watching this, come now. In the past, I wasn't afraid then, but now I want you to come. I really want you to come. I'm 77 and I want payback before I go. So please, bring it on. Well, here we are today at the Indigenous Forum Family Weekend. Great to see so many friendly faces. I don't feel as uncomfortable as I thought I might be. Now, the subject is Owen Glendower. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Owen Glendower.
Yeah, my neighbour.
Your neighbour, and give him my regards because I'm almost as old as him. Now, Owen Glendower is probably considered to be one of Wales's greatest patriots, and he was a fine man and he fought for his independence for Wales. But who was Owen Glendower's main enemy? Well, Wales's old enemy, the English. But those days are gone now. We are united, we are allied. I call myself British first, Welsh second. I know that's not a view held by a lot of people, but it's the way I feel. My father brought up in the Welsh valleys, as myself was. Well, if you want to learn what my father said, you'll have to watch the other videos, guys. So let's just go back to the beginning. Yeah, talking about the BNP. I'm going to pause here for a second, guys, to clear my thoughts. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about this. I knew it'd be all over the place. So this is who I'll be talking about in a video perhaps later today, although I have to be out and about. But that's who I wanted to talk about. But instead, we're going to talk about this guy here. Jonathan Bowden. He died young, 50. The legend, if you're a nationalist, a British nationalist, you will know who Jonathan Bowden was. Brilliant man, brilliant speaker. I should have prepared more background information on him. A diehard British nationalist, one of the finest speakers I've ever listened to. Around his neck you can see he was wearing a runestone. He was a pagan. I met Jonathan twice. Once outside of Wales and the second time in Wales when he came there to speak. And I asked him what he would speak about. And he said, pick any subject you like, GA, and I'll talk GA. That's how I was referred to then, GA, Green Arrow. And I'll talk about it. He could talk on any subject for as short or as long as you like. He could pack it in. He was a brilliant man. Tragic that he was taken from us so young. Let's listen to him for a moment. These are the kind of speakers Advanced UK needs.
Here in Greenwich, they think of England and Britain as a puddle that they step beyond to a world-like type pseudo-government vested in the UN and these other international meetings at the G9, G20, G40 and so on, and all of these other congresses that they spend most of their time attending. They think that world management is what they're about. That's partly what these foreign wars are about. And don't forget that we are living now in a system that has taken 40 years to build. Capital and money goes all around the world. A man in a screen, or a man with a screen in the City of London or a big exchange in Leeds can put his thumb on the screen and send $10 million or pounds or euros or any currency, yuan, Chinese currency, across the world. But if money moves across the world, labour moves across the world to fit in with the path of money. And labour is immigration. And immigration moves across continents and across boundaries and across borders, following the money, seeking it out, doing jobs at lower than the minimum wage, brought in by intermediate third parties and pre-structured so to do. Mass immigration is a pool of semi-unemployed, skilled to unskilled labour that undercuts the value of labour and keeps it at a median or lower than median level. It's so you get this enormous boom and bust economy fuelled by credit, where if you want a pizza at 3 in the morning, it will be dispatched to you by an Albanian on a small motorbike. And it's this economy that you then pay for by a credit card. And you manifest that transaction again and again and again, and you add 100 and 1,000 and 10,000 and 10 million transactions of that sort on top. And you have an economy where no one really makes anything except things which are instantly consumed. Because we have no steel industry anymore, no coal industry anymore, no car industry anymore. We virtually don't make anything anymore. We process the nuclear waste of other people. Somebody once drove me through the industrial area of Liverpool, and there's nothing left. The only factory that was left that was British was making bouncy castles. That's all we produce. This was a great imperial city based upon the wealth of slavery, a city of power. Look at the neoclassical and classical architecture as you go around the centre of Liverpool. Denigrated now, but an enormous Victorian city like Manchester of empire and power. These cities are on the last legs now, blitzed and
Proud to have met him. I've been lucky, as I said. Met Jonathan twice, met John Tyndall twice. First words Nick Griffin ever said to me when he rang me up, "Who are you?" It was a roller coaster. Let's go back to the beginning, guys. Anyhow, I just wanted to make that video more for the memory of the BNP and the National Front members I served with. I just hope Advance UK can get the same kind of loyalty and fanaticism from people like me that's going to be needed to take our country back. A message to all you old BNP guys, thank you. A message to all National Front guys, thank you. And even you BN boys, I didn't forget you, thank you. Listen, if you're my age, you're still not too old to take part in this final battle for Britain. Yeah, come and join Advance UK. They don't care about your past. We're a bit like the Foreign Legion. Okay, guys, you've been listening to the Green Arrow reminisce on his past. See you on the next one. Hopefully next time it'll be Andrew Bridgen.